Hey, what's up, mama? Are you feeling like there is just too much freaking information on the internet when it comes to transitioning your little one to solid foods, and it's overwhelming and it's stressful and it's scary? Then I have got you. In this video, I'm going to provide 3 really helpful tips to get you moving in the right direction, as well as a couple of very valuable resources that you're not going to want to miss out on when it comes time to transition your baby to solid foods. Hello friends, and welcome back to the Kids OT Help channel. If you're new, my name is Nicole. I'm a mommy. I'm a pediatric occupational therapist that specializes in feeding, as well as a certified lactation counselor. And I just want to make motherhood a little bit easier on you by sharing the information and resources that I have available. So if that sounds like something you're into, consider subscribing for weekly helpful tips. All right, so let's have a little chat. Very soon, you will be coming up on a really important milestone of helping your little one transition from breast milk or formula to solid foods. And let's just be honest that it can be terrifying for some of us mamas, right? Like some of us are all consumed with the fear of our child choking, of offering the wrong type of food, of not cooking it properly, of not preparing it properly. You name it, we're spinning. So I have a few really helpful suggestions that maybe you take, maybe you leave, but it has helped myself and it has helped other mamas who have been in this position of gearing up to transition their little to solid foods. All right, mama, so the first suggestion I have, and you're likely already doing it since you're here, is to educate yourself on the topic of transitioning your little one to solid foods. Now, again, you're here, so kudos to you. But just quickly, when I was first gearing up to start transitioning my son to solid foods, I was really scared, and I realized quickly that the only way I can remove those fears was to face said fears by consuming the courses and doing the work, so that way I felt confident and competent to give my child the safest and the best experience. And the same goes for any of us, right? Like we won't feel confident and we won't feel trusting in our ability to give our child that safe experience and the best experience that they deserve unless we consume the content and unless we take the time and invest our time in learning more about the subject. On that note is my second suggestion, which is to pick 1 or 2 resources that you trust and stick with them. Because if you start watching every single baby led weaning YouTube video out there or reading every article that pops up on Google search, you are going to feel more overwhelmed and more stressed than you did when you started. And that's because there's so much information on the internet and people have various ways of going about transitioning their baby to solid foods. And some of that information contradicts the other information, which can leave you feeling, again, more stressed, more confused, and potentially even more scared. So find 1 or 2 people, resources that you truly trust and stick with them. Let them be your guides. Let them provide the information that you need. That way you are getting one cohesive story and, consistent suggestions and strategies and or techniques about how to safely and successfully transition your little one to solid foods. All right, and the third suggestion that I have is a really big one. And maybe you've thought about it before, but it's really important to be aware of as you go into mealtime with your baby. And that is check your energy before mealtime. If you are feeling fearful, if you are feeling stressed, if you are feeling distrusting of your ability to provide a safe environment for your little one, your baby's gonna pick up on that energy immediately. Even if we fake it and we put this beautiful smile on our face, energy doesn't lie. We want to not only trust in our ability to give our child the best and the safest experience possible, but also trust our little one's oral motor development and our ability to support them in their oral motor development as they're learning to become independent feeders. So I think this is really important to talk about just for a moment. As parents, we may have the dream that our child at least explores some new foods and that they don't grow up to be extremely picky or limited eaters where there is a meltdown if we aren't giving them chicken nuggets drenched in ketchup with French fries, right? Like, we want to be able to go out and explore new places and trust that baby will explore new things on the menu, that we don't have to bring special foods just for our child because they refuse to eat anything new. It's really not too much to ask, and as an occupational therapist that specializes in feeding, I believe we do this by setting our little one up with a solid foundation from the first day that we begin solid foods. And I want to offer a couple of free resources to you to help guide you in transitioning your little one to solid foods. So the first free resource is a free masterclass. I will link it down below to register for this masterclass. I do want to note it's only going to be up for a limited time, so definitely jump on it while you can. If you don't see the link for the masterclass, it's because the masterclass has already been taken down, but I do want to offer another free resource for you, and that is the Major Milestones of Feeding. So this PDF is going to guide you through all the little mini skills that our little one develops while they're learning to eat independently, because there are so many tiny skills that have to come together for our baby to learn to be independent feeders. And if we know about these little skills, it's easier for us to support our baby as they're moving through these milestones, right? So if you're interested in that, click the link in the description box. That is the Major Milestones of Feeding. And also, if you can get your hands on the masterclass, that is great information, and it's typically reserved for my Foundations for Feeding students only. So if you happen to see that link, jump on it now. I hope you found this information helpful. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching, Mama. Have a beautiful day.